Hi everyone, it's Anne here, your friendly certified OBM, and I'm coming on to do a little bit different. So I've gone away from the plans, as it sometimes happens. Yes, plans are brilliant, but like sometimes they've got to flex about. Sometimes you're not feeling it and you need to harness it. So we've got internet issues at the moment. I can't do what I wanted to do, so I'm doing something a little bit different. So again, I've gone off plan, so I did forget to say I would love for you to subscribe and hit the notification button to find out on the latest. But there you go, some things don't work out quite as planned. So today, what am I doing? I'm doing something a little bit different. So a little while ago, I put together my tech stack. So looking at all the software that I use in my business. A few reasons for that. One, to make sure I'm not actually paying for things that I'm duplicating somewhere else. Two, to think about actually, is what's the tech that I'm using, is it really right for me right now? And is there anything more I can be doing? Can I be making it more streamlined? Can I be using automations? Can I be getting the apps and the software to talk to each other so that I need to do less? So I came up with then a very succinct list of some of my main ones for my business, for my personal business. I've got MailerLite, Asana, Zapier, Zero, actually QuickBooks now, Calendly, Canva, Microsoft Office suite, the Google suite, Slack, Otter AI, Zoom, ChatGPT, and Loom. So that's in the main thing, that all the tech that I use for Strive for. But when I work with clients, we sometimes do things differently. They have different systems that they want me to use, and I have to adapt to that, which is absolutely fine. But sometimes it can get to the point where I've got so many different systems, so many different logins for the same accounts, or the same software, the same apps, that it's kind of like I needed to take a moment and simplify things. And actually, what got me thinking was I was thinking about Simplicity Day, which is the 12th of July. So something's coming out for that specifically. But on the back of that, I was like, actually, let's look at right now how I can simplify my business. So I looked at what I've got, and I use ChatGPT to help me, because actually, for this kind of thing, I think AI is great. It's doesn't give you all the answers, but actually it gives you a nudge. It gives you things to think about. It gives you things to look at. So no, it wasn't the first thing. And then say, okay, yeah, actually, do you know what? I'm going to do that. But it was enough of an idea to get me started and think, okay, fine. That's where I'll look. That's where I'll do one step. Maybe not the second thing you've suggested. I'll do something else. So it's meant that actually the first thing I've done is having two separate Chrome profiles open at the same time. So I now have one that's got a particular sort of set of work logins and procedures apps on one profile, and I've got my Strive 4 stuff on another profile, and it keeps things very separate. But with that, so that's a process, that's a software thing, that's a tool thing. But then it's also saying, okay, do you know what? I'm going to look at each one, at the notifications in certain times. So I am setting out time in my schedule to do an admin sweep. And in this, I will check the notifications for all of this lot of work. And it might be another time that it's all different load of work. And partly because that is actually like that then allows for different time zones where I can check in where other people are online. So I've got now kind of 3 admin sweep check-ins throughout the day. And what that means is that in that time, that's all I'm doing. I'm not trying to do work and then getting distracted by thinking, oh, is that an email that's coming? Oh, what's that notification that's just gone through? Because I'm going to check that at 2 o'clock or whatever it is. So I can ignore it. I can turn off the notifications. I can turn off any new emails coming in so that I can actually concentrate on the work I'm doing and really be focused. And just, it's not just about focus, it's about being efficient as well. If you keep getting distracted, then you have to get back into the work. And one thing I read ages ago, I can't now remember the original source, but when you flip between 2 tasks, there's a slight delay in your brain. So you might, okay, I'm doing one thing, I'm checking a notification. Now the first flip is quite quick, and you're able to kind of acclimatize back into the other task really, really well. But the more you do it, the longer that delay of your brain getting into the next task is. So actually, by swapping too much, you are losing more and more and more time throughout the day. So it is looking at how to be really effective. So yes, I've got different systems. I've got an app the technology way that I'm using, but also having that time blocked out of my diary, which means that that's my non-negotiable. I'm going to check in on my emails. And you know what? If something's that urgent, I've got a phone, it's going to ring. And I know that that might be. If the school's going to phone me, I'm not going to say, oh, do you know, it's not my admin time. I'm going to answer that phone call. If it is urgent enough, I will answer the phone call. So looking at that, and also with the other thing in terms of simplifying is I'm really looking at actually my tech stack. Yes, that's my tech stack and it works for me, but are there changes that I can make that just mean there are less swaps? Is there something where I can just swap between the accounts I'm using? I'm looking into that now. So it's really, I wanted to just share what I'm doing today because this is what I help clients do. And I can say from experience and also from working with clients, it's sometimes really difficult to do it on your own. It's really difficult to be in your business and analyze how things are working. And I was thinking, well, I'm doing all of this. This is the way I normally do things. And it's taken me some time to, well, it's taken me a moment to sort of go, okay, I need to take some time out of my business. I need to do this. But now I've already mentally, I feel there's a weight that's been lifted off because there's less of the notifications. I have set work hours, I've set times when I'm going to get notifications. I know there are times when I'm going to check in on things and I'm not going to be bogged down with other bits and bobs while I'm trying to focus on something important. And even not something important, it might be something actually like having a coffee, and that's my break. But without the notifications, my me time doesn't get eaten into. So it was really just to kind of give that example of this is what I do for clients. This is how I work with clients. It is difficult. It is difficult to look at your own systems, and I guess in that sense, I'm lucky because I do that with other with for other people, with my clients. It's easier for me to reflect, but it's still hard. And I still kind of need to look deep and go, okay, how can I do that? How can I think about a different solution to what I'm already doing, a better solution to what I'm already doing? And sometimes there isn't. Sometimes there isn't a better option, or the option that is there might be amazing and has got a really high price tag. And I'm one for if you can get free software, get a free software. Don't pay for something for the sake of it unless you're really going to utilize it really well and you're going to make enough use to justify that price tag. Then stick with the free ones. A lot of the things on my list, about half, are free, just standard available tools. Some of them, yes, I've upgraded. They give me the extra functions that I need. But you don't have to. You don't have to go out and pay for lots of stuff. Making your life simple at work does not necessarily mean you've got to throw money at it. It does mean you need to take a little time to see how things are working and how they could work. And of course, it wouldn't be me talking about it unless I said, you know what, you need a standard operating procedure then that everybody else in the business can then work to, and you can transfer jobs, you can delegate jobs, and you can grow and you can scale. So having that tech stack, having those, just that time to look through and think, what can I change? What's working? What's not working? This is how it's going to work. This is documented how it's going to work. Job done. Now you can go and sit and put your feet up. So that was just a short video for me to say, yeah, what I've been doing today and how it can really impact you mentally and your business. So yes, you can save money if you are paying for software actually that you're not using, or you're paying for multiple software that essentially do the same thing. You can save yourself money. It's going to make your life easier. It's going to make your business perform more consistently and better for both your team and your customers and your clients. So for now, that is me and your friendly certified OBM, and talking about unplanned things, even though usually I talk about planned things. But it's been great chatting, and I'll see you soon.